Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm sure we all are gathered here to reflect, to empower, to feel great about the self. So it is love the self, loving the self. And, we all will come together to think, understand, and create what is it, that picture that we can say, I love myself. And it is very important, isn't it? So there can be many aspects, but let's look and create an essence-full method or picture that will give me clarity and give me the clear picture that this is what is loving the self, so that I can love myself every moment. So everything, the essence of life is love, isn't it? Without love, life cannot exist. It's not possible at all. But we have, so let's start with this one, that when you love somebody, let's understand what does it mean to love the self? Like, what is the outcome? If you love somebody, what is the outcome for them? They feel cared of, they feel very good, very valuable, they feel happy. If somebody loves me, we feel the same. Means feeling, relaxed, peaceful, happy. These are the results of love when I love somebody or somebody loves me. So love is connected with care 100%, very deeply. So today we'll focus on seeing ourselves, that if we love ourselves, by the way. So the first thing to look at myself and understand and say that I love myself is, how do I feel? Do I feel cared for? Do I feel relieved, peaceful, happy, or not happy in the heart? When there is any discomfort, any kind of discomfort in the heart, I can say the love is missing. Like, I need love now, right? With love comes everything in life, the comfort, the happiness, the peace. So, when we think of love, what comes to our mind is that love for me, or I feel good. There are many aspects, starting from physical to other things, but when we come to relationship in life, what comes to mind is, whoever are in our relationships, do they love us? Do they care? How do they behave with me? How am I valuable to them or not? Like, when we think of love, we see who is there in our life who is loving to us, and we also see the other way, whoever are there whom we take care of in our life, right? So there is a exchange of love. Always give love and share love is the part of living. um, so when we think of others, we are a lot focused on what's coming from outside. That is the very common thing, isn't it? Because what affects us very easily is how others, behaving, treating, or what is the energy. We feel the energy vibes or vibration, right, from others. That affects us, how we feel, isn't it? A lot. So it's like, love is the respect, the care, the attention that we are getting from others. How do you express love is that attention, respect, care from others. And when that is missing, we are affected. And today we'll look at me, myself, that how many times, how much do I think? What is my feeling, my thoughts for others? And what is that care, love, respect I have for others? How much pure is it? And it is a very deep journey actually to clean yourself to that extent that it is not at all connected with any kind of selfish motive, any kind of expectations, nothing at all. And that itself is the first step, that we have a lot of expectations from others. Of they must understand me always, they must behave rightly and take care of me in every way, in the sense love and respect I'm asking from them. So all these thoughts that's going, for others doesn't make us free of expectations. When expectations are there in my mind of even a kind of behavior from others to what they should do, or what are the things they must do to support me, care, like in the family, at work, that enable us not to see ourselves. We miss to see ourselves in terms of the self. It's a lot about what others are doing to me, what is that they are supposed to do, then what I am doing, what I am supposed to do. So I can say I love myself when I'm very peaceful and I have a inclusive vision for all. The whole world and every person is beautiful, and beautiful soul, as we learn here, and everybody is deserving of everything in life, happiness, all kind of abundance. So there is no comparison or jealousy. So many terms are there which are very real in our life, and they are all in negative emotional uh, category. Why am I jealous of somebody? Because, very simple, crude way, because I don't want what they got. I don't think it's deserving of them. Why should they get it? It's a very selfish mind and heart. And selfishness means the soul that we are, the energy we are, is not living anywhere. It's gone. I mean, I can say I'm unconscious. I'm not living my life by the way. So, what I'm wanting to bring up today is to look at ourselves thoroughly. Why we are not able to love others, or we have conflicts or lot of questions, and how can we dissolve all that, and if we can create by end of today's session kind of a resource map, that what is missing and where should I go and get it, so that I am in that constant peaceful stage where I say to the self that I love myself. When you love yourself, there is peace, nothing else but peace. But then, are you peaceful every moment? Ask yourself. And when you are even not peaceful, do you still carry on? Carry on doing the next, or whatever. But what we need to do is look at ourselves. Stop and look at ourselves. Very, very important. So it's like, think about it, how we hold responsible, or in other words, we say blame a lot of people in our life. But why do we blame? Because I said giving and sharing, it's a flowing river, flowing water. If it is obstructed, then the water will accumulate, right? So what happens is, in our relationship, two people, myself and others, right? If I have some kind of expectation, then I'm hurt. If I have no expectation, there's no hurt. Expectation of how they should be, only will talk about love, caring and loving to me. When that is missing, right, we right away feel hurt and want to make them understand. We want to talk, we want to, maybe we take the resentment, we move away, or we want to talk with them. If it is close relationships, we just can't move away, but we have to be around with them. And why there is an argument or fight, or even a cold war of energy, we don't like each other, in that, have you ever asked yourself that in this relationship I'm not liking that person, right? Where am I going wrong? Or do we have very clear in my mind that this is due to that person is like that, right? We so much bring the blame, the response, we make the other person responsible. I think one question I should ask that, where did I go wrong? And in that, you know, did you give pure love? Were you authentic? And that's what we'll look at today as well in little bit of discussion. But what I'm trying to say is understand it, think about it. If I'm blaming somebody, means what? Means something has to be come into term or understand each other. In that, I think I have to make that person understand this so that the solution can be done, the things can be fixed, so that that give and share love has to flow. The water that is obstructed means we blame them, keep on holding that hurt. Maybe the whole life is gone. We try to make them understand, with which we fight, and that is very deeper aspect why it doesn't come to a resolve point is because I have expectations and I think they are wrong to greater extent than me. That itself makes my energy negative, not authentic. And that takes us away from resolving any problem. And in that not resolving, don't know about other person, but I am going down and down because conflict, negativity, right? It's like you are really tying yourself up in that negativity. And until that is not resolved, right, I can't feel the love. So can I tell to myself that I want to resolve this between us so that I can flow with my authentic self and I can share my love, give my love. When we feel good and happy in life, that means the love is flowing without any obstruction between two people. And when there are so many, conflict, that means there is a barrier, obstruction, right? And more than seeing them, what they are able to do or not, I have to be myself, go within and give the love. And it needs power. That is where comes the role of meditation, definitely. What is meditation is looking within, knowing the self. And so if you understand that, okay, I want to flow with my love, then I feel good and happy and peaceful, is loving the self, means rested. So body, let's take our example of body. How do you know that you love your body? It's not about how you look outside, how you decorate yourself, but most importantly, you are eating well, resting well. Body is feeling completely relaxed. That is how we take care of the body, and you love your body. But then mind is always, heart is always wanting something. Mind is always, there is something or other conflict going on. That means mind is not relaxed and I must make it relaxed. So at home as well, that we know, like the groceries have to be there, the fridge has to be full with milk or whatever needed, so that the activity that it has to run, the day will go and we are all well fed, well taken care of. And whenever the groceries are gone, right, what we do, we have to go to the shop and get the groceries. Yeah. So also, let's take the car. How do we take care of our car? It has to be filled with the gas, yeah, and it has to be also the engine is really big, so many complication. But let's take that 2 or 3 things that is essential for the car so that it can run. And that is, first thing is gas has to be there. Second thing is, there may be many. What I was churning and I found is the wiper liquid fluid. If it is not there, I can't drive. If it is raining or some dirt or anything happens, then there is no wiper fluid to clean my windshield. I can't move. And then the air in the tire, the 4 tires must be perfect to run the car. These are the, I think, 3 main aspects, and then comes many other, by the way, right? So like that, if I can recognize, like at home, I have to have the groceries, the milk, the food, so that I can cook, my family can be fed. Like that, for the soul, me, to feel that complete relaxed feeling of feeling content, peaceful, and happy, if we can recognize what is the most essential. We know the source and all, we'll talk about that. But like the car, think about, let's create that resourceful map for the soul. Most important one is peace. I'm feeling peaceful and content. Otherwise, life cannot run. Life cannot run. And in a long run, we know that when you are not peaceful, all the negative energy is going on. Heart is hurt. You're feeling not good, happy at all. There are so many chemicals going around in the body. They're harmful. And so illness will come in the body. All that long-term damage that will happen. If we take care of one thing only, then life will run smoothly, and that is to be peace. And peace is the gas. My car is not running, and if gas is not there, what happens? The car cannot run. It stops. Stop. Complete stop. Right? So and we run to fill up the gas. So here also, when I'm feeling peaceless, it's time to go and fill it up. Where we can fill it all from. We know the source, but we'll talk about our little, right, map, the gas station. Go there and fill up the peace. We'll look at that. So let's see, when peace is gone, I have to fill up peace. Otherwise, how will I run ahead? And the second thing is the wiper fluid. And what is it? Right? What is it? It's actually the awareness who you are. It has to be clean. That I am an energy more than this body and role, right? And what I think and feel is in my hand. It is inside me in the energy, and it is not dependent or connected with outside world. It's actually the knowledge points we'll take, and these 3 aspects we have to fill up constantly, and if needed, we'll stop. Complete stop. I'm feeling peaceless in any way at all, any conflict I'm feeling, it's a time to go for a stop and fill up your peace. You don't have to drive the car to a gas station. We'll look at that, how to fill up the peace. But the wiper fluid is that awareness that what I'm an energy, and what I feel and think is completely independent of what is outside. You are the master, what you are thinking and feeling, and I'm a soul. So I create the thought and feeling. And I say the tire, the air in the tire is, what is that? Will keep on, make me keep moving, pump in the tire. That values, that positiveness. Check if you are using a value, right? We'll look at that. What is a value that most important? And that is connected with that peace as well. So that is how we bring peace in. How can we fill up peace within? The most important aspect of being peaceful is actually actually, letting go and forgive. That itself is the power and values, by the way. So, do we use that a lot or not? So, whenever there is a feeling and thought about others, about whatever in our life that is making me discontent, and a lot that is connected with the past, I have to say, past is gone. Past is completely gone. I don't have to think about it, but I can fix it right now at this moment. So, past is gone. If it is gone, you can let it go completely, let it go. But if it is bothering, then comes the art of forgiving, of art of understanding. And in that, it is also connected with that law of karma aspect, that everything we do, the action we do, has a connection with the future, right? It will come according to what I have done today. That is a result of that action in the future. Nothing in this world exists without the connection of action and result. Life is all about action and result. Action and result, right? So we were talking about why should I forgive and let go? Because if there was a negative interaction between two people, it can be connected with a past interaction, or it could have happened first time where we both had expectations from each other and we had a negative interaction. But what is most important to understand is that when once that interaction is done, right, that has no value to my life. It's gone. It doesn't exist. And if I will think about that moment, I am losing my present moment constantly. Not only it will make me peaceless because the negative conflict carries on, but I'm also losing my present moment. And then when you waste something, even physical waste, there is a happiness. Means peace will not come anywhere. Two things we are doing: we're thinking of the past, and we are also losing our present moment. So why should I forgive? Because I want to come back to peace, and in that, forgive others. Be very careful and alert for the self, that whatever that I am thinking, whatever that I am expecting, wanting from others, from that other person, let me quickly shift to me and check what was my action. Was it wrapped up with consideration, care, and love for that person? And was I a giver? Because giving is your first sanskar of the soul. Means all this we do because that give and share flow is not obstructed. Because when you are flowing and giving, you feel loving always, like you feel living. That is our sanskar, habit, want. And for that only, we want to fix everything that has gone wrong. We want to make the other people sit and listen to me and understand. And then they agree, and then let's come to a solution. But that won't happen. We all have different perspectives, different habits, sanskars. So that is why the word forgiveness is important. Forgive or let go of others' actions, whatever they had done, whatever is their capacity, habit, and sanskar. I don't mind. And that's what, again, the same slogan: I let go, let them be as they are. Let go and let them be as they are, and I will be what I want to be. So, in that, what you want to be? Peaceful being. For peace, very important equation is that no negativity and wrapped with values. So, was there value from me in my action with them in the past? Right? In that, to be really purely valuable, a important art we need to learn is let go, and let go of others' action and let go of expectations from them, that they should behave this way, they should be considerate this way, they should have understood this way. And Are we able to let go of that, by the way? I don't. I still have to practice a lot. I still go into that thinking and seeing how wrong they are and what wrong they did. And that takes away my peace. And it's not that gas is gone, I'm not moving, I'm going backward, below, 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 down to negative energy. I have to live very consciously alert, but very peaceful and happy. Conscious doesn't mean intention. No, happy. Conscious and happy. And happiness is always and always connected with the self, your own action. It's never at all connected with others' actions. But think that, ask yourself, others' actions affect you or not? If they are affecting, first of all, I'm not alert and conscious. Forget about taking care of the self and loving the self. If others' actions is making me affected negatively, peaceless, then I have to reach to love the self, where my actions matter. Only my actions matter. Others' actions do not matter. So it's like rather than running behind others to fix the things, to make them understand, right? Or enable them to understand me and respect me, I will let them be as they are, and I'll create respect and love for them. So by creating respect and love, I'm using the word creating because we have to make effort to create it. Because we're talking about interactions where you become peaceless. That takes away your heart. You are hurt in one or other way. Good interactions are good. The give and share flow is accurately happening. And we have to maintain that. Give and share. Give and share. Not talking about others. What is that I'm giving, and how much I'm sharing. What is that I'm giving and how much I can accommodate. We say open your heart, big heart, right? Love is connected with big heart. It's not about what only I'm giving, but am I generous and able to accommodate for every situation and every time. Really about the self. It's a self work, loving the self, but it is not difficult. We'll understand. The moment we understand, we will make effort to stay aware and conscious, then it will be very easy. So the first equation understanding is that the give and share has to flow. So when there is negative interaction, I have to make sure that my giving and sharing is flowing big way. And to be able to do that, I have to let go, let them be, right? And create respect and care for them. Create it. Can we create it? And that creation will be easy when the awareness is clear, that your windshield is clear to see through. And awareness that I'm a soul, he's a soul, I'm choosing my actions, he's choosing his actions. Very important understanding. I have nothing to do to influence his action. I can't. And he is also not at all entitled to influence my actions. But right now, we influence each other because that awareness is gone. We can't see accurately. When you are not seeing accurately, you're driving in a wrong direction. And of course, it will only and only take us to darkness, to chaos, to peacelessness, to suffering. To free myself from suffering, right, I have to keep my wipe clear, where that wiping fluid and everything is there. It demands a lot from us, but our goal and result, right, is that you will be constantly full. You will be fulfilling the purpose of living. Otherwise, we are not fulfilling the purpose of living. How can we feel that calm peace in the heart? Love we can't feel. not fulfilling the purpose itself is giving. I'm blocking myself, I'm holding myself back from giving to that person because he doesn't care for me. So it's okay if they are able to care for me or not, but think, am I caring? A very important aspect is quickly check. We check the car before going anywhere. Check that on the self, how much caring I am. Rather than going there, we keep on flowing with how non-caring, how wrong they are to me. So we have to stop there. That's the wrong direction, right? So we have to bring that knowledge of awareness that it is their choice. They want to care for me or not. And right now, it may be an unconscious choice from their part because they are subservient to habits, sanskars. That is their nature. They developed a wrong nature, or they want something, the expectation. They have a certain way of looking at people. That's okay. Should I keep on thinking about them? No, they have to deal with their thing. That's the knowledge of awareness that it's their choice, it's their habit. Only when they will wake up to it, they can clean it up. I have nothing to do with it. How much ever I can think about it, how much ever I go and talk to them, even, right? Until they don't realize, they don't feel that that is something wrong in them and they need to change, nothing will change in them. So I'm wasting all my time and energy in that. The awareness is that I am the master of myself. I have my choices always, right? So I will choose. What am I doing? What is the change I can bring in my thought and actions for that situation, for that people? Work on that and bring the values. Always choose value than non-value. So acceptance is a value, forgiving is a value. Rather than not accepting, complaining, keep on thinking and telling them what wrong they're doing is not a value. So I think if we think in terms of that, we'll start to recognize that I'm not accepting. My tires are flattened, not going to move the car at all. Means life, you're not fulfilling the purpose of your life. And not moving means what? You can't experience that peace and happiness. We are here to experience life happily. Why should we hold others responsible for that? So the source of peace and love is not other people. The first source is you. They are not here to make me feel the love, the happiness that I am. I mean others. And that's what we seek, peace, love, happiness from others. And that is completely a wrong source. You can never get it from them. You do get it from them, however. It is the sharing that brings us that in every relationship. But understand it starts with you. They are not giving because you are giving more and more, right? You'll attract their peace and love for you. Yes, that can happen because but I have to be consistent and keep on giving that love, then they may give it. But it's okay, they give me or not, but it's not from them. Don't go on, keep giving time or banging your head to get it from them. But first, let's look at the source that is within me. Because my action, whatever value is connected with my action, the experience will be the same. Nobody can change it. If you are giving love to somebody, you are radiating with that love. You have it within you. You are surrounded with that love. You are feeling that love, by the way, right? Otherwise, you can't give it to them, right? But then what happens is we are always focused on the second step, what they are giving. And second step becomes first step. We miss our first step of what am I giving And if you look at it closely, you will see that it is what you are giving is most important in action than what they are giving. That will make you feel whatever. But in that, right understanding and using, so right understanding and awareness, we all know that my choice. I want to drink water or not, my choice, right? I want to give love or not, my choice. So I have to practice my choice of giving. If I don't drink water, then I'll be thirsty. If I drink water, the thirst is gone. So in that, to understand is, if I'm giving love, right, I will feel fulfilled. If I'm not giving love, I'll not feel fulfilled. That is the only equation that is true. But when we think others make us fulfilled, it's not true. That's a dependency, expectation, subservient. Dependency means what? That is exactly what gives you that sorrow or not feeling good, because we think they have to give to us. But we will shift towards me. I am giving in my action. Values, and that first step of what I am giving in my action, I will make clear, conscious, notice, more notice that than others. So whenever my attention goes to what others are giving to me, be aware that, oh, I'm noticing what he or she is doing. And a lot we think what she and he is not able to do. He should do this, he should do that, right? That is where, don't go into that never ending loop of them, but shift to you and say, what is that I am giving? And at the moment, because I'm not feeling, because it's influence from them, not feeling happy or loved, I'm inclined to not give love. You will start to recognize that. And that is where I have to shift and say, no, but I'll choose love. And how do I create love for them is a creation, um, many way. And the most important one is respect, respectful feeling that he's a good human being. I mean, we talk about seeing the soul who is always full. At the end of the day, everyone is the same. Everyone looks for love, looks for peace. We are all same. So I will give love to them. I become the source, right? The source is me. I have a choice, and I'll choose to create love for them. And respect for so many good things. If we only come out of that one interaction or their vision for me, I can start to see the other side of that person, and I can respect them for that. Or I can feel merciful that I want to help. I want to, that person is void of love, or he has such a wrong, habit or sanskar. Can I give some love? So comfort is felt. So two-way, create love for them, where accept them as they are, and accept them for whichever role they are in your life, and whatever good things, good experiences they have brought to you. Wherever we can focus, we'll start to remove that. Like we can start to see that. So if we constantly focus on the wrong things, what they're not able to do, then I'll always miss the good things they do and how valuable they are for me in my life. I can't live alone in the whole world. So we need them. We need our relations, our friends, our family. So rather than focusing on what they are not able to give because they are unconsciously choosing not caring to me, due to sanskar habit. That is your awareness, very clear understanding that they are not able to see what they are doing, but I will keep my awareness clean, that I'll choose to give them love. In that comes forgiveness and let go. Very first step. Accept them as they are and create a loveful thought for them, energy. And that is where we know God, the Supreme Soul, will add with our love a blessing. God bless you. May you be happy. That is the most important method that works. And you can actually come down to writing it for people who are obstructing the flow of your love, because you want to flow, give and share flow has to happen. So what they are doing is also they're teaching me, they're my teachers, that as I practice loving them, it becomes a sanskar in me. There's a lot of benefit in that I'm creating love, I'm thinking of love, I'm thinking of blessings. And that is where we say that giving is actually receiving, because when you are creating that God bless you, may you be happy, a vision comes in front of you that that person is happy. That is the only thing that can dissolve any hurtful feeling we hold for them. Otherwise, the wrongdoings and how they hurt me cannot be erased. I have to erase it. That will only be erased when more and more I create loveful thought and blessing for them. Now think about it. When you are creating, writing, may you be happy, God bless you. You are a beautiful, beautiful person. You do a lot of good things. Do we do that? We don't do that. That is where it's my first and very powerful, important responsibility for the self is to shift to right thoughts. And when you are thinking along that line, the person, you'll visualize whatever you write or think, the visualization comes. So you are seeing that person smiling, you are seeing that person a good person. It will come. That is what will erase that hurtful or negative or wrongdoing of them. That is loving the self, freeing yourself from all negativity completely. But for that, we need the power of forgiving. Forgiving is what they are teaching me. And forgivefulness or acceptance, right? And then we create this method of writing and creating loveful thoughts for them. We'll create the vision in the mind. In my mind and heart, the vision is the person is happy, loved, cared of, taken care of by God. All these thoughts, whether it will reach to that person or not, it will surround me right away, right there. You'll see your energy rises above, becomes light and happy, because you're seeing other person smiling. It's all happening not physically, in the thought level. And that is where you, first of all, will go back to feeling content, satisfied, peaceful, because your giving, generous giving, is happening. You didn't obstruct it due to others' actions, due to their action, by the way, right? So we are not seeking love from them. Love is care from them, any kind of that. I feel you are wrong in your behavior, means they're not able to give love. Very simple. And I say it's okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Why? Because I have the clarity of knowledge that you are habituated, or you are not able to see what you're doing. You are not awakened. You are not aware that you have to choose what you will give in your action. But what I am understanding by understanding that is, first, that I can choose what I want to give, and what I'm giving, before it reaches to you, it surrounds me with that same energy. That's why I have to choose a value always. Check, is it a value? And in that, the very first barrier is expectation. First, remove the expectation from anybody, from even life. Expectation means what? I have a certain way, it must be like this. We can't say that to life. We can't say that to life. If you have all done the course, you know, law of karma tells that it's okay, life will unfold according to what I have done in the past. So that's okay. No expectation. No expectation from anyone. But have responsibility. I'll not use the word expectation. Responsibility for the self. Or have expectation from the self. That I will, right? I will not become negative. And how will I not become negative? That I will not create negative feeling for anybody. Because what you are feeling is what is radiating out of you. There's nothing else. What you are feeling, you are surrounded with that, and that is what is going to them. Again, you are entangled with the law of karma. What is that is going out of you will come back to you. So I have the responsibility of taking care of myself, that I don't create any further energy loop around me that is negative, so that it will come back to me. So much damage and harm for the self by not understanding it. So what are the understanding that gives me power is I have the choice. You can choose what you want to give, and then check if it is a value for the other person when you are thinking, what you are feeling due to their action. Check if that thought and feeling of yours is values wrapped or it's not a value. And maybe today's homework will be just go for a reflection for a few minutes where check what is a value, what is not a value. In that we recognized expectation is a not value 100%. It is the barrier. If I'm expecting from anyone anything, means in a certain way it must be, then I can't go to that reservoir of values we have. How can I even go? That barrier I have to cross. Dissolve the expectation from others, but only expectations from me, that I'm powerful. I have the whole reservoir of values that is unending, and I can choose to give that. That is our awareness, and nothing outside can influence that. Nothing outside can even contaminate that values within us, and nothing outside can influence me not to use it, not to choose it. And when I choose it, what is the result is, before even the other person having any beneficial result or not, I am in beneficial result constantly. Because values means what? Higher vibration. Every word has a vibration. Understand that as well. Expectation is a needy vibration. Very low vibration, right? Like that, any value has a very high vibration. High vibration means it will make you light, it will make you empowered, it will make you feel satisfied, content, and happy, peaceful, because that is exactly what is fulfilling the purpose of life. We are all, each person is an energy of values, full source of values, by the way. So what is the purpose? To share that, share values, nothing else. So if I'm being negative, the very thing is life's purpose is not fulfilled, it will not make me feel content inside. And here, another thing is that you are surrounded with that value thought that you're creating for the other person. You are surrounded with the vibration of that value, and you start to feel good. What has happened is this first step of what action I'm doing, conscious awareness of what energy is wrapped in my action, thought, feeling is wrapped. We miss that. First step is not noticed. And that is where the second step is noticed, that what they're giving. And then the third step, fourth step are all flowing in their energy. I mean, you took the influence from them. You are far away from feeling good. You're not loving yourself at all. You are negative. You are constantly flowing with others' energies, and different people will have all different kind of negativity. That is also a vicious cycle. But we missed our first step, that I have that reservoir of values and I'm supposed to give values. What is that I'm choosing? So when you start to notice this first step, slowly and slowly, not only that will become a habit, you will start to love that feeling, vibration of values. That then whatever may others say, feel, do against you, behind you, won't affect. That is where you start to notice the power that is within you, that you are the master who is choosing, and values feels good. I'll choose to let go, not mind, then holding resentment or taking the hurt or keeping my mind peaceless, right? That is called self-respect. Respect, respect word is the highest expression of love. Self-respect, respect the self, is loving the self. And that is how we put in the car a high performance fluid, that gas, supreme, right? Pure, clean gas, right? We keep putting regular. We want to save money. Don't save money. No need. Go for that supreme gas. And what is that? So for that, they put some purifier enhancer, right? And that is your self. Stay in your self-respect, not the respect of others for you. Don't stay in the stage of what others think about you. That can be low, that can be high, very fluctuating. Others are not a source of love or peace. It's a very fluctuating. They can think, understand wrongly many times because yes, they don't know you, how you think, why you are doing that action. They don't know. It's such a from deeper level we bring action out. My action can be misunderstood, but because the energies they don't know it, they can perceive my action their way, how they will understand. Self-respect is respect the self, where you tell to the self that I'm in my power, where I am giving love. I know that I'm very aware and making effort that no negativity for anyone stays in my heart. That is your self-respect. They won't understand it. Many times you'll be misunderstood of being weak and allowing everybody whatever to speak to you. It's fine. But if you can really continue doing it, long life of being a positive self, the true self, soul, and fulfilling the purpose of your life, your car will keep running. And one day they will say that, you are doing well. Your car is running very well, right? So it is not for them. It's about take care of the self so that you can be help to others. So stay in your self-respect, that I know I know all the work I do inside my heart and mind. I don't have to explain and make others understand it, but I know. And what is that I do is keep it positive and loving, respectful for others, and I create blessing from God for them. So, right, we saw peace. Peace is your gas. If you are out of peace, need to stop and fill it up. That where and what you are holding on to, which interaction. How can I let it go? How can you let it go? Just let it go. That it's up to them. And then you take care of your awareness that you have a choice, no matter what they are doing. What you want to give back is always in your hands. And that choice, all the choices you have are values, nothing else but values, right? And why values I'll choose? Because that makes me feel good. That is what will make me feel content and peaceful. I'm not habituated to that. So I'm starting to pay attention to what I'm giving in my action starting from thought level, feelings level, for everyone, anonymous, nobody, whoever it is. I have to practice it. That this is my first step. First step is expression. First step is what you're giving. It's never experience. Experience is the second step. So right now, of course, we have done so many expression, experience so many times that all we notice is situation is wrong, people are wrong, I'm not feeling good. So it's the second step of experiencing what's coming from outside, right? So we'll awaken the awareness to the expression, what that I'm giving. And that is where that vibration and energy of value will hold me. That is where I will walk with self-respect, dignity. Even others may say anything, I know deep inside me that this is me and I know who I am. So there will be an inner smile or acceptance of the self. I'll not look for acceptance of others. And in that self-love of staying you, authentic, value-based, positive, loving, and blessings of God for others, you are bringing tremendous benefit and help to others. We are not needy people that others will make me feel who I am or worthy. No, I am worthy according to what actions I do. It's never what others say. And that action is from my thought and feeling level for others, right? And in that, it's one important aspect you do is that you dissolve expectation and judgment for others. When you don't have any judgment or expectation, means he or she should be this way, they should know. That part, when is removed out of my consciousness, you are the most comforting energy in the world. People will love your energy. They will receive power and help from you. So think of all those people who are in our life. They're so valuable. Can we be a help to them? Directly, in person, we are there. And they will receive it constantly. Your powerful energy. And the understanding about the self is we are energies. Energy has no boundary. Water can be obstructed, but energy is not obstructed. Energy flows far. It will go and reach every corner of the whole world. So from time to time, I have to only check my first step is positive, pure, loving, and sustain yourself with the feeling of that value, of that ability of giving, no matter if it is negative or anything. Sustain yourself with that beautiful nature around us. Nature always gives us positive. Rather than thinking about any trivial thing, think of looking at sky, looking at the trees, looking at the flowers, engaging yourself of thought of nature, because nature is very positive. So that will stop you, hold you from that peacelessness. And that is when, after that little bit of calm, you direct yourself to within you the whole resource of values and create a value, a blessing, a loving thought and energy for others. And that is where first you can create for that immediate family, friends around you, very consciously. They're physically clear to us. So our energy is very powerfully bombarding them actually. How much they can be benefited from your non-judging, beautiful energy, comforting energy. And other than that, right? Sustain yourself. If you need help, go to nature, nowhere else, no other person. Yeah. And then go to your source, that's values, and bring out values for the same person who is creating that conflict, hurt, or suffering for you. Such a big change. Right? But after that, also create few minutes to sit and see, visualize that pure positive value-based energy of you flowing and touching to the whole globe. And trust your energy is touched. It touches the whole world. And that is where our awareness will increase to the one highest source, God. Not only nature sustains you, and not that the values you hold within is your only source, but God is the source, the supreme soul. Each one of us is a sub-source, I would say, substations. Each one of us only and only get filled up from the God. We don't fill up each other. We don't. A phone cannot charge another phone, we say, or both phones, the other phone may be charged, this phone will go down, right? We don't charge each other, by the way, but at the same time we do. But for that, as I just said, that remove judgment and expectation, then the comforting energy for them will help them, really revive them, give them a lot of power to feel good. It's like if somebody loves you, how you feel, lot of confidence comes, right? So they will feel that. They may connect it, not connect it, because you're not telling it by words, your energy reaches them. You empower. It's such a incognito service or power you can always give to them, right? But that giving is sustained by God. You receive from God, and God is the unending source of total, complete, unconditional love. He will never ask you that, how could you do such an action? So, like father, like son, let me be like him. Why should I ask or think why that person did like this? But this needs a lot of practice. But see that you are supported. You're not alone. You can become otherwise zero, right? You will become zero otherwise. It doesn't happen. The source is constantly filling us up. The only obstruction for energy is negativity. Means energy is flowing. Water will stop, it will accumulate. Energy doesn't stop, it will flow. But what is flowing from you? Positive energy or negative energy? Negative is the obstruction. It brings damage to others, to yourself, to the world. What is obstruction? So see, I'm a flowing river. Water means positive, positive, positive. Make sure you're not stuck anywhere. Flow. Time doesn't stop. That's why I brought that up, that past is past, gone. Don't be stuck there. Create value-based, loving energy for that situation, those people, and move on. I'm moving. What is no obstruction for energy is positivity. Positive and loving and accepting energy for others. So that is where, think of this, how I feel sometimes. There is a quiet space within me. It is. Move away from that noise of outside from time to time. When you recognize the noise, yes, I'm feeling angry, negative, irritated, this person, that person, right away, time to go to your quiet space. Move away. Feel as if you're walking inside your house and locked the door. Feel all this negativity, others' actions are noise, buses running, honking, and feel it's like really using visualization. Turn back, walk inside the house, close the door, and feel noises are going, fading away, and sit there in your quiet space. Tell to the self, so much peace is there here. That space is free of any negativity and stress. Nothing can enter. People can't enter the closed door. So see that, physically close a door and say, outside negativity is not entering. But you know what? We don't become indifferent to that, non-caring to that. It doesn't work. Going inside, sitting in the quiet space, feeling my values, take a time out. I say, Anu, time out. How we give time out to children? So It's time. Stop. Go. Take a time out. Why? Why negative? Why even that feeling? What kind of feeling is it? That is loving the self. Take care of yourself, and you will see it will not be an ongoing thing. You'll start to discover, resolve, and see everything clearly. You don't have to, that whys will reduce more and more. Many situations won't affect you anymore. But won't affect you means it will not make your energy negative, but you will be constantly flowing with positive energy. And for that, this is important, that go to that quiet space, see the values, the awareness, who you are, how this inside energy is so protected, unaffected by the outside energy, and how in that quiet space there is that shower of unconditional love, power, acceptance, care, peace, contentment from the source, that purest source. And I sometimes see that you can visualize too. God is a light source, and like how sprinkle of water rains, I see sprinkle of light raining. I visualize, I look outside the window or even in this room, and I sit for a quiet moment and I create the vision that the light is raining, and so soothing that light is. And I go out from this room to myself, from this room to outside. The whole globe is under the shower of God's light. This is where you will come back to your authentic self. Very important. That is when you feel peace, you come back to yourself, you're feeling completely rested, relieved, you loving yourself, right? And you're ready to share. Now you'll open the door, go out, right? And share as a help. So thought-wise, energy-wise, right? First, the noise happened, negativity of actions, situation, go inside, feel relieved, feel sustained by your values, God's light showering. Look at the beautiful nature constantly around you. And that is when you feel full, you bring the other people now. And what you want to share with them? Positive energy. So open the door in the thought and say, I accept you as you are. You are a beautiful soul, beautiful human being. You do so many good things. I want you to be happy. God bless. And that is where you went, you gave, shared the help, and you moved on. You will not be stuck there. And they take their benefit, that's fine. We don't have to worry so much about them, how will they do, but I must not miss that one step of opening the door, giving pure energy to them in my thought. And that will develop that habit and sanskar in you of being a giver, or we say bestower. We say God is the bestower, and so we are. Are we bestowers? Like Father, like Son. Yes, you have the source. Just be aware of it. It is completely protected and unaffected by outside world. And so that that same person can come back again and again to you. And they won't affect you, but they will start to pick up your positive energy. Their ways, thoughts, behavior, life will start to change. And that is the last thing. But I don't have to even focus on that. I don't have to. It will happen automatically. I only have to be in awareness of my quiet space within that's filled with values, and check that I go inside, right? Feel the peace. Come to peace first. Don't flow with reasons and whatever they did, not did, and all this loop of that thoughts. But me, what I will give is going to sustain me, make me feel happy. And knowing that right? And then going out and sharing. So in that we saw feeling peaceful while letting go, but then bringing the awareness of my choice, my power, and then making sure that values I'm using in my action, and staying in my self-respect, that others understand or not. My thought level, energy that's going out is positive, accepting, and very loveful. That is where others will receive your help. Service will happen automatically. So, yes, I will bring these four aspects also right now at Brahma Kumaris. We say we learn four subjects. One is knowledge. First one is knowledge. Second one is yoga, meditation. Third one is imbibing or inculcating. Fourth is service. Service is fourth one. It happens automatically. The very first one is knowledge. So this is where you check. You can also check these four aspects. I'm feeling peaceless. Then what does knowledge tell me? And knowledge is very vast. That law of karma knowledge, that soul knowledge, that I have the choice, the power, my mind, intellect, the knowledge of, Supreme Soul always there. How does Supreme Soul help me? All these aspects. So I would say to stay peaceful, to love the self is bring the knowledge of you have a choice and you have values within. And when we come to meditation or yoga aspect is fully taking from that one source. Nothing else, no one else is a source. Even nature is not a source. Nature is to just calm myself down. I can take the help of nature more than any people, person. But then source, yoga is that who doesn't know what is negativity, who always unconditionally will fill you up with whatever is lacking in you. And then paying attention to my thought, that it's value based. That comes the third subject, that inculcation will happen. My action, starting from thought level, will change in physical action through virtuous behavior. And that is where, as we just saw, that service will happen automatically because your energy will serve them, give them extraordinary energy to be able to calm or see themselves. And when needed, you can speak or in action also help them out. This is what I wanted to bring up as being loving the self, by the way. Maybe we can do a few minutes of meditation and finish it up in 5 to 7 minutes. Do you have any question you want to discuss by chance? I hope in this whole loop of discussion, you caught that one essence is that loving the self, the result is being peaceful, and that will happen according to what you're giving. If you are giving positive energy, you're loving the self. So let's kind of sit and meditate. Give me 1 second. So all of you sit straight and relax yourself. Sit straight and relax. As I relax my body, I feel every part of my body being filled up with the fresh air oxygen. And as the body relaxes, as I let my body loose, feel the relaxation, the mind relaxes, the mind is becoming peaceful. At this moment, I simply turn within. Anything to do with my life or other things of this world, I choose to take a break. They are there and they will be there. But right now, let me go within me and sit in that sweet silence of my inner world. There is no noise of the outside world, situations or people, but there is only silence, my quiet space. In this silent space, I see emerging all the beautiful values, value of love, value of care, acceptance, forgiveness, value of gratitude, thankfulness for life and for every situation, for every person in my life. And in that inner silence, I simply see and observe those values. The value of love make me feel such a feeling in the heart, feeling of comfort and joy. And I only think of that energy of love that surrounds me at that moment. And I tell to the self that as I am experiencing this love surrounding me at the moment, I see that loving energy spontaneously radiate out of me, my being, my body, to the atmosphere, to the whole world. My loving energy from that deep silence is traveling, touching every corner of this whole world. That is my power. What I am feeling is what will go and touch the whole world. And what I feel is up to me. I have that unending source of love, of peace, acceptance, kindness, care, contentment, knowledge, and many more values. The essence of life is love. So I choose love in my feelings and it radiates out. It's as if I see a positive light, a shining light, like the aura, the light around me that's so bright and white and it expands, touches and immerses the whole world. I tell to the self that whenever I am negative, I'm not choosing a value, my light diminishes, becomes darker. And that negative light spreads in the world. So, in my quiet space of my true self, I choose the power of positivity, of values, of love and peace. I choose my light to be bright and spreading to the whole world, but the positive light. And that makes me feel happy, satisfied. And at this moment, in my quiet space, if any other thoughts come, if any situation, people that has hurt me comes to my memory, I give the light of love, peace, and God's blessings to that situation and people. And in that thought, I become free from the hurt because I get surrounded with the love of my own soul. And I become free because my love reaches to the situation, to the people. So from time to time, I choose to move in to myself and surround with that higher vibration of the values I hold within. And I constantly feel moving under the shower of the Supreme Light, the Soul. I and the Supreme Light. I receive from the Supreme Light and I share with the world. So I thank the Supreme, the highest on high God, for his constant companionship. And I carry that light with me as I choose peace and love to give to everyone in my interactions. I give the peace and love in my thoughts, in my feelings, to everyone I interact. I am the loving being. Om Shanti. Okay, Om Shanti. Hopefully it's all good. You all shine bright with the love and take care of the self and share with others. Okay, thank you very much. Take care. Bye now.